Hey guys, KRX50 here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Digimon Crossfader Series 07, SkullKnightmon and DeadlyAxemon set from Digimon Cross Wars. SkullKnightmon is an undead Digimon whose attacks include Spear Needle and Chest-Eye Wink, while DeadlyAxemon is a Demon Beast Digimon whose attacks include Air Slicer and Aqua Regia, and both are members of Twilight. So this set includes 3 things: SkullKnightmon, DeadlyAxemon, and 1 Digimemory. So, starting off with SkullKnightmon, you can definitely see how he gets his name, being the small knight-like Digimon with a skull-shaped chest plate. So on his head you can see that he has a knight visor, a couple of red horns, and then some small yellow eyes, which are his actual eyes, as opposed to the 2 eyes on his skull chest plate. And you actually see that his knight's helmet is partially the visor up here and partially this part of the chest plate. Has some rather plain looking shoulders and then these 2 large lances covering up his hands. He also has a bit of armoring down at the waist, a little bit on the legs, and some silver knee pads, as well as these long pointed shoes, or feet. And then in the back, he has this flowing cape, which is a little bit tattered at the end, which is a nice little bit of detail. For articulation, you can rotate the head 360 degrees, rotate the arms, unratchet joints, move the arms in and out, and bend forward and back at the elbow. His legs can go forward and back, in, well, out and back in. Bend at the knee. Rotate at the thigh, or rotate at the knee, and then the foot bends up and down. DeadlyAxemon, on the other hand, is a little bit hard to pin down. He's the strange 4-legged Digimon that can't exactly be described as any kind of creature, but the thing that you can tell about him is that he's made up of a lot of blades. Blades on this crest up here or on his back. A blade that seems to make up the majority of his body. Some blades on his toes, or front feet. And then blade-like legs. He's got this kind of knight visor-like forehead crest here. You also see his red head and neck with a pair of yellow eyes. For his articulation, you can rotate his legs around, fold the legs forward and back, bend at the foot, and the back legs, which are a single molded piece, can swivel forward and back. So, the first thing we can do for features is that you can take some parts of DeadlyAxemon and equip them to SkullKnightmon as weapons. The first thing to do is, for both of these, you're going to take off the lances from his hands. And you can see you got the hands here, and he has a wrist swivel, so that's a little bit more articulation. Then what you're going to do is take the lances and stick them onto these ports on the shoulders. Just like so. So the first bit of equipping we can do is to take the back legs off of DeadlyAxemon, then take that piece and put it into one of SkullKnightmon's hands. for SkullKnightmon Arrow mode, which gives him this little golden bow. And then you can put it back on to DeadlyAxemon. Second thing we can do is back here behind the cape, there's this dumbbell-like piece that you can take off like that. Then with this, you're going to take these two spikes, these two blades, off of DeadlyAxemon. Then plug them into the holes on either side, facing in opposite directions. Just like so. Then give that to SkullKnightmon. To make SkullKnightmon Naginata mode. Both of these are simple, but they do give him options. Just plugging those back on. So one of the interesting things about SkullKnightmon and DiadlyAxemon are these are the only two Digimon who can DigiXros together with just the same components, but in two different ways. The first way is a weapon DigiXros. So to do that, to start off, you're going to want to take this piece off of DiadlyAxemon's head. Then once again remove the blades. Then you're going to take this piece and plug it right here into SkullKnightmon's forehead. Just like that. Then take these, and this time plug them in on either side facing the same way. And put it back onto SkullKnightmon, with the blades facing upwards, like so. And for DiadlyAxemon, it's going to require a little bit of disassembly. So you're going to detach both of the legs, as well as the back legs. Then you're going to take them and fold them in one notch, like so. Then take the bow part, clip it onto here, like so. And you will make it so that these parts are facing this way. Make sure it's nice and secure in there. Then take this and fold it like so. Fold this up like so. And you're going to take these two and connect them together by plugging these into the holes inside each of these. You want to get them aligned. And basically plug them in at the same time. Like so. Then take the rest of DiadlyAxemon's body, fold in the jaw all the way like so, push in the head, then plug this up on here. Just like that. You want to maneuver the arms. Rotate the wrists. move the arms inward too. And then have him grab onto the two handles. Like that. And like that. And so there you have SkullKnightmon Big Axe Mode. And so this adds a little bit more sense to DeadlyAxemon's name in that he can transform into this giant axe. And this is a very interesting DigiXros because, as you can see, the big axe is bigger and much taller than SkullKnightmon himself. And, you know, it is an interesting thing that instead of holding on to the actual body of the axe itself, he's holding on to these two handles, but this is actually a part of the official art, so this is actually how it was designed. Now this does limit his articulation as, well, actually, I guess you kinda, for the most part, gotta have him posed like so. I mean, options-wise, you can at least adjust the way his arms are positioned, and you can turn his head so that he's facing to one side. And you know, one of the things about this is that it's not quite straight. The actual big axe is more designed so that these line up a little bit better, but with the official combination, they are kind of off-centered. And so, one option to make them a little bit straighter is to fold these in just one more notch. So you have it like that. But this is the official way to display it. So, then we can take these apart. Just like that. And put DeadlyAxemon back together. Just plug these back in. Like so. Just gotta get these lined up. Like that. And like that. Like so. And so this time, we can properly DigiXros SkullKnightmon and DeadlyAxemon. Let's get it in focus. To make DarkKnightmon. So for SkullKnightmon, detach both of the lances, remove the dumbbell piece, and fold his feet inwards against his knees. Just like so. Then take the two new spears and plug them both onto the dumbbell piece like so. And take DeadlyAxemon, remove the crest piece, the legs, the rear legs. This time we're going to leave on the two blades here and fold this in like so. So for the legs, fold these in one notch and fold back these red pieces. You're going to take the bow piece and just place it back here where the dumbbell piece was. Take the legs and plug them into these stumps right here and here. Then take the main body of DeadlyAxemon and plug it onto this port in the shoulder. Then take this piece and plug it onto the chest. Then you're going to detach SkullKnightmon's head and place it on the other shoulder. Then fold down the chest piece, take this piece and rotate it around to reveal the new head. And then maneuver his arm so that you can equip him with his weapon. Just like so. And then there you have DarkKnightmon. His special attack is Twin Spear. So DarkKnightmon is quite the intimidating Digimon. The head is somewhat menacing, although smaller than it should be. You can see it has this wicked grin to it. These dark sunken eyes. And a couple of demon horns on it. This very large double-bladed lance. And DeadlyAxemon forming this giant shoulder blade. He also gains quite a bit of height thanks to gaining DeadlyAxemon's front legs. And he still has the cape, though it is a little bit on the small side for DarkKnightmon, as is originally SkullKnightmon's cape. The interesting thing about this is that the cape piece is actually detachable. So if Bandai wanted to, they could have actually included a separate cape piece for DarkKnightmon that you could just take this piece off, then replace it with a longer one. But it's not too big of a deal. For his articulation, you basically get all the same articulation out of him that you got out of SkullKnightmon. Especially because plugging these legs down here, doesn't do anything to hinder the knee articulation. And legs can still be moved in and out. Just like so. Now the interesting thing about DarkKnightmon is that he was the first one to appear in the series. And originally, it wasn't actually known that he was a DigiXros of two Digimon, as he appeared in the series before SkullKnightmon DeadlyAxemon. So it actually came as a surprise to the characters, to the main characters on Crossheart and Blue Flare, to find out that DarkKnightmon was actually a DigiXros Digimon. And there's the interesting thing about it. Because of how the colors match up so well, DarkKnightmon could be easily mistaken for just a solitary Digimon that wasn't combined from two different Digimon. I guess the only thing that kind of gives it away is that, at least on the toy, you can still see DeadlyAxemon's face here. And the other thing is that, at least as far as show accuracy goes, this piece, it doesn't actually go anywhere, but they just put it back here on the toy so that no pieces would get left out. So the included Digimemory is Tailmon, known in the US as Gatomon, and its attack is Neko Scratch. We'll just test it out. Like so. There we go. So I definitely have good things to say about this set. It was actually a very good idea to include these two Digimon together in one set, because for the most part they are designed to work together, as there's only one other Digimon that can DigiXros with the Digimon from this set. And it is interesting that you get these different options with the two equipable weapons, the Big X mode and then DarkKnightmon. And both Big X mode and DarkKnightmon are very nice display pieces. While with DarkKnightmon you have this big DigiXros Digimon, but still retains all the articulation that he had as SkullKnightmon. And it balances well, it has good proportions. It has overall a good looking figure. So, something I can say about this set, I can't say too much about others, is that this is something I can definitely recommend just on its own, because you get these two Digimon that already have within the set itself, you already have a couple of DigiXrosses and several play options. Though on the aftermarket, this is one of the sets that goes for a higher price than others, it's definitely still recommended. So, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and check my channel for more videos. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.